Good news. And I got some bad news. The bad news first. As some of you have noticed, judging by the way the switchboards have lit up, the country is out of toilet paper. However, the good news is we are also out of food. You know, we got ahead of that one. Yeah, times were tough, man. During that time, I remember I was watching the news and they said, there are some people in Russia who haven't been paid at their jobs in 10 months. And I went, well, fuck, you know, why are they still going to this job? You know, I thought the purpose of the job was to get paid. You know what I mean? You're going to tell your wife, oh, fuck, it's late. I don't want to be late to work, baby, even though they're not going to fucking pay me. You know. They actually had bosses during this time to show how that were actually assholes. You can't say, Vasily, you're 5 minutes late. Do not think you can waltz in here anytime you want just because we are not paying you. You know, there are plenty of people who would like that job. There are some people who haven't been paid in 2 years. Getting that job would be like a raise to them. Oh, yeah. But, you know, what's interesting is like, I once took a final loaded when I was in college. I did. Sure did. Well, that's what my decision was at the time. I didn't really have a lot of options, though. You know, it was one of these classes I wasn't gonna pass anyway. You know, it's physical anthropology. It was just kicking my ass. It was one of those classes, you know, like where you read. I was doing all the work, you know, because I was a pretty good student. I would actually I would be doing all the reading, you know, and I would just say, okay, you've read this page 10 times. You gotta move on. You just gotta move on, man. And I was doing that. You know, and then I got like a F on my midterm, you know. And I said, can I do an extra credit report? And he said, yeah. I turned that in, and I got an F on that. I said, holy shit, man. I'm trying to, when it comes time for the final, I'm going to be trying to lift 2 Fs. I mean, at best, I'm looking at like a F+. You know, fuck, man. I remember the night before the final, man. You know, I just was thinking, what the fuck am I going to do? You know, I said, well, you know, why don't you just sleep on it? Let your subconscious work on this shit overnight. Maybe when you wake up, you'll know how you're going to pass this test. You know, so I woke up that morning, and I just didn't have the answers. And luckily, my roommate, Trey, had left a joint in the ashtray. So I fired up the joint, which turned out to be the best thing, because, you know, after a while, I got a little mellow, you know, and I went, oh, man, you know, fuck, you know. You know, why does all the pressure have to be on me? You know? Today, I'm going to write some shit that he's going to have trouble understanding. You know? That's right. You know, he's not going to be able to just grade this test. He's going to need help. He's gonna have to get the whole fucking department to look at this motherfucker. Everybody's gonna have to say this is bullshit. That's right. So the first part of the test, a guy came in and I went and picked up the test and I looked at it and I said, well, you know, I looked through and I said, oh shit, I was right. I can't answer shit here. You know, I'm really glad I didn't study for this. You know, then I would have really felt stupid. I'd have been in the wrong chapters. Everything. This way I was free. I was totally free. I was free. I had the power. So I sat down and I said, all right, how am I going to take this test? You know, I was into Star Trek at that time. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna take it like Spock. I'm just going to use pure logic. I'm going to see how far that goes. I'm just going to be logical. So the first part of the test was 40 true and false questions, and I looked through them and I got logical. I said, you know, some of them have to be true, and some of them have to be false. You're bound to get some of them right. So I would just answer them the way I felt. True, false, true, true, false, true, true, true. Nope, nope. You can't do 3 trues in a row. You know, can't do that. Don't push your luck. Got down to the last one. I said, I'm going to make this one look like a F and a T. So I can argue. Because I am going to get me one of these right. Next section was the essay section. And it said, you know, the first question was, what is a protozoa? All right, so I got logical. I said, okay, it has to be something. It wouldn't be on the test. And they said, elaborate. And I said, yeah, you wouldn't say elaborate on something that didn't exist, so you know it's real. You know, so I started looking at protozoa. What could it be? Protozoa. 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 I'm going to go with that. So I wrote, a protozoa is a professional tozoa. One who tozoas for money is a protozoa. In the olden days, protozoa used to mean for the tozoas. Man, I said, that is the shit there. I have made something out of nothing. I have made something out of fucking nothing here. You know. And so I was sitting next to Sachiko, who was really smart, and she was just whizzing through her shit. And I felt really proud, and I said, Sachiko, check this out. And she said, no, 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 no. And right then the teacher said, cheating. You two, bring your finals up.